Long time no see. Hi friends, so this is my first video in like 5 or 6 weeks. I probably don't really have to get into why I've been absent lately. Mental health stuff, you know, I think we're all feeling it a little bit right now, but I'm having a good mental health evening and I thought I would film just a casual kind of catch up, talk about what I've been up to lately, what I've been reading and really loving. I have a few older videos that I filmed several weeks ago that hadn't gone up yet, and none of those have even been edited, and so I'm not even sure if I'm going to post any of those or if I'm just going to kind of start from here. I kind of fell off the face of the earth for a little while there. It was kind of hard for me to talk to anybody or really do anything other than just spend time with my family and lay on the couch and nap a lot. But I finally reached a point where, you know, I started feeling more in control and wanting to get back into the things that I love. So I've started back on my blog recently and reaching out to friends and, like, you know, really talking to people more. I just came back to Twitter kind of officially yesterday for the first time in a few months. That's where I'm at right now, is just trying to get my feet back under me. For a little while there, I thought that I might totally abandon my blog and just switch to BookTube, but I've come to realize that at least at this point in time, I really enjoy having both. So I have been a little bit more active on my blog lately, so if you want to see more of my content, you know, you can always look there. Right now I'm trying to find the balance between what I want to post here and what I want to post there, because for the first couple of months I was doing this kind of redundant thing where, like, I would post my haul there and I would also post it here and stuff, and that just doesn't feel great to me. I don't love that, so just trying to find my balance there. So anybody else who runs both a channel and a blog full-time, if you have any advice, I'm definitely interested in hearing it. But anyways, as far as what I've been doing lately, mostly a lot of Animal Crossing, like everybody else. I don't think New Horizons could have possibly come at a better time in my life, honestly. I played the original on the GameCube when it first released, and I have been consistently playing Animal Crossing since it began. And I've been waiting so long for New Horizons, and I was so upset when it got pushed back so many times, but I don't think it could have come out at a better time. It's such a weird coincidence, but it's great because it's been such a good escapism and I've enjoyed it so much. So I spent a lot of time on there. So if you're also active on there, you know, if you want to, like, put your Switch code below, we can be friends or whatever. But other than Animal Crossing and spending time with family, obviously, I have actually been reading a lot. I couldn't read it all in March, really. Like, I barely read in March, but something happened in April and it was like a switch flipped and I was really able to start reading a lot. I think I read 31 things in April, and then so far in May we're halfway through the month and I've already read like 11 or 12 things. So I have been really, really proud of that. Right now I've got a few current reads going. Mainly I picked up City of Heavenly Fire today. I'm only on like chapter 4 or 5, so I'm not very far in, but it's been really good to get back into this world. Sadly, all of my other current reads, I think I have 6 current reads total right now, and all of the other ones are ones that I've been working on for a while and I haven't picked up in a little while. But I'm really hoping that by the end of May I can clear out all of those. And I really want to try something new starting in, I guess, June. And I want to go back to limiting myself to 1 current read per format at a time. So 1 audiobook, 1 physical book, and 1 ebook at any given time, and no more than that. Because that's how I used to read, and I feel like I got things done faster, and I didn't let things just like linger for so long. And so it made it easier to review them, and it made it easier to enjoy the story. So I'm going to try to get back into that and maybe try like a month of limiting myself to that and see how it goes. I also want to talk about some recent reads that I really loved, because I read a lot lately and I have actually had a lot of really, really good reads. The most recent thing that I read that I absolutely loved, I reread book 1 and finally picked up book 2 of the Check Please graphic novels by Ngozi Ukazu. And sorry if you hear rustling, my cat is messing with stuff. But anyways, they're a new adult contemporary romance graphic novel, and it's a duology if you read like the books. I think they were originally on Webtoons or something, so I think you can also read them online, but I read them as the bind-ups, and it's about this boy named Biddy who goes to a new college, and he's going to be on the college hockey team, and he has a crush on the captain of the team, and it's not really enemies to lovers. It's just kind of more like the captain doesn't treat him very well at first, but he's not like mean. He's just like very stoic and standoffish. But he also bakes and vlogs, and he's just super cute. He's honestly one of my favorite graphic novel protagonists ever. Like, he's so precious and he's so relatable, and he's just like a little ball of anxiety, and I love him a lot. But the real star of this graphic novel series is a character whose name is Shitty. That is his character's name. And he is an absolute delight. If you like Giant Days, he reminds me so much of McGraw. Like, he is so much like, he's also like that really like, he's masculine, he's, you know, he's mustachioed and all this, but he's also like totally anti-toxic masculinity, and he's hilarious. And I just love him to death. And I know several other people who also said that he reminds them of McGraw, or McGraw reminds them of Shitty. So I will just say that if you like Giant Days and if you like McGraw, you have to read Check Please just for Shitty's character. But anyways, I had read book 1 before and I loved it. And so I reread it this past weekend. And then I finally picked up book 2, which came out very recently. And it was so good, but I'm so sad that the series is over. Like, I didn't actually realize until I started book 2 that it was going to be the end of the series and that it was just the 2 volumes. I'm so sad about it because I didn't want to say goodbye to these babies. They're so soft, they're so sweet. But seriously, so I recommend that so highly. We could just like make an entire video talking about the Check Please graphic novels, and I think I could honestly come up with enough to rave about to fill the entire video. But anyways, some other stuff that I've really loved so far. I am now on book 8 of the Sookie Stackhouse series, and I know, like, they're objectively not, like, great literature or anything, but they're so much freaking fun, and I'm just really enjoying them. And frankly, just every scene that Eric is in gives me so much life. I also recently read Harleen. I grew up on Batman, and I grew up on the Batman animated series as well, and Harley Quinn was one of my first favorite fictional characters ever. And honestly, Harleen has my favorite depiction of her as a character ever. It is one of my favorite things that I've read so far this year, and probably like one of my all-time favorite graphic novels now. It was so freaking good. The artwork is so gorgeous, and it really goes into who Harley was when she was Harleen Quinzel, and you know, how she came under the Joker's power kind of, and how he manipulated her, but also how like she kind of fell in love with him, but it's not romanticized, you know, it's not like one of those like ignoring the toxic aspects of their relationship and stuff. It's just showing you like how somebody can not be good for you, but you can still fall for them. And it's really, really good. It's really gorgeous. I cannot say enough good things about this graphic novel. It is so beautiful. Let's see what else. I finished my reread of The Bone Season. It was even better the second time. I am Arcturus trash forever. I read Night of the Manikins by Stephen Graham Jones. That comes out, it was coming out in June or July, but I think it might have gotten moved to September, but it's a new Tor.com novella, and I don't know if it's being marketed as YA horror or not. It is a bunch of, I guess they're high school seniors or something, but the main character is telling you about how like this mannequin started killing people in his friend group. There's a lot more to it than that though. It's one of those stories that you can really not say anything at all about the plot, because I don't know. It just wasn't what I expected. It was so good and so weird in the best way. Like, I think Stephen Graham Jones is just a strange writer, and I'm here for it. And it made me even more excited to read The Only Good Indians, which I also have an arc of that I need to pick up soon. I also recently read Guarding Temptation, the new novella from Thalia Hibbert. I am Thalia Hibbert trash. This is an established fact. Everyone who knows me knows this. You're not surprised. I'm not surprised. I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely devoured it. It was adorable. It was sweet. It was soft. And I was in a really bad reading slump until reading that. And literally that completely fixed my reading slump. So if you are feeling slumpy, if you're having a hard time getting into anything right now, go pick up Guarding Temptation from, you know, the Kindle store, iBooks, whatever, and read it, because it was so good. It's kind of like a bodyguard romance. He's not really her bodyguard. He's just kind of protecting her. But they're childhood friends. Like, he's her big brother's best friend. So if you like the whole like siblings best friend trope, got you. She's like a political activist who's coming under fire because she's like standing up against Brexit and calling people out. And so she has to come stay with him so that he can like help keep her safe, because she's kind of scared and he's like this big dude and everything. But the problem is that a few weeks before this happened, like, they kind of slept together, and he was like, oh no, this is a mistake, because he loves her and he doesn't want to be like a fling for her or whatever, but she kind of misreads it. And so there's so much tension from the start. There's like all this angst and it's just so stinking good. And also, they're both black and they're both plus size. And like, y'all, like the rep was sending me. It was so good. I don't think I've ever read a romance book where the love interest was a plus size dude. And I was like, oh, I was so here for it. It was so good. So precious. Loved it so much. And then I think the only other one that I read recently that I wanted to really gush about was Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. She's returned to writing in verse for this one. It's dual perspective and it follows these two girls who are both Dominican. One of them lives in DR and the other one, I want to say she lives in New York. And they're both affected by this plane crash where they both lose a loved one. And the story is actually inspired by true events. And it was so beautiful and so sad. It gave me so many emotions, y'all. Excuse you. Hi. Hi. Do you want to be in the video? Yeah, okay. Come here. Lyric. Oh, you're being shy. Oh, okay. Anyways, it is so emotional. I sobbed at the end of the book, like my spouse literally came into the other room to check on me. It was like, are you okay? Like, what's happening? Because I was crying so hard. It was so good though. I recommend it so highly. I think it just came out. And I heard that the audiobook is narrated by Elizabeth, and I've heard nothing but good things about her other narratives. And I love her beat poetry. That's where I first got introduced to her, was back before she started writing. So I'm sure that even without listening to it, I feel confident that I can recommend the audiobook if you enjoy listening to poetry. Oh my god, you're being so sweet. But yeah, so I think those are all the like really good things that I read lately. I mean, I've read more good stuff than that, but like that's the main of it. What else can I talk about? I've been watching more TV and movies lately. Well, mostly just TV. I normally don't watch anything like ever. I just don't watch TV. I'm so behind on like Stranger Things. I've still only ever seen the first episode and I know that I'll love it. I just haven't watched it yet. I mean, there's so much. But we have been watching cooking shows again lately because they're kind of like a comfort thing for me and my spouse. So we started watching the most recent season of Worst Cooks in America and we're almost done with that. I think we just have the finale left. And we're probably about to rewatch like Cutthroat Kitchen because for whatever reason we're just beyond obsessed with Alton Brown. You're being so sweet and cute. Oh my god. Other than that, I'm about to start a Marvel movie rewatch with Ellen. I will link her blog below because I think she's going to announce it as like I think she's going to like review the movies as she goes along, and so that's going to be really cool. But I haven't seen all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I'm missing like just a few of them, and I want to go back and rewatch some of the other ones, so I'm going to watch those with her in a few weeks. And I'm also, ever since reading Harleen, I'm really craving a Batman rewatch, so I think I'm going to go back through and watch like the old movies. I guess HBO Now is getting them in a few weeks, so I'm going to go back and rewatch all the old movies and probably watch the animated series again. I don't know if I'll watch all of the animated series. I really want to watch the like 90s episodes that I grew up on, but I'm not sure. So if anybody has seen the more recent ones, let me know if you thought they were good, if they're like worth watching. This is, I have no idea. She's not wanted anything to do with me today. And then I start filming and she's being so sweet and I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. I'm just trying to keep busy. So I'm reading a lot and I have a few hobbies that I'm wanting to branch out into a little bit more. My spouse and I have been talking a lot about starting to stream together. I have wanted for years and years to do video game streaming and I never have. I'm not very good at games. So I'm always like worried that people will be mean to me. But you know, it doesn't matter. Like I have fun playing them and I have a few games that I think would be kind of fun to stream. And I might even stream like some horror games and stuff because as much as like horror books and movies don't rattle me, horror games absolutely get to me. So that should be entertaining because I just like freak out. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm sorry that I was away for so long. I really missed you guys. And I hope that you're all doing well and staying safe and being healthy and everything. Come talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you're reading lately. Let me know you know, what you're up to. Are you watching anything? Are you playing video games? Are you playing tons of Animal Crossing like I am? You know, just come talk to me. And I missed you guys, and I'm going to hopefully be posting videos a lot more often in the near future. So I would really like to get back to like once or twice a week at least. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!